Okay, I'm back. The final bit of news I want to catch up on since my holiday that has been released over the past week or so. I'm really excited about this one because if this is what everybody's saying it is, then it could mean the return to the good old glory days of Call of Duty Zombies. And what it also means is Treyarch are listening to the community, because we had Terminus, okay, everybody was happy, it looked good. We then had Liberty Falls, everybody was like, hang on, what's happened here? Terminus looked like it was bringing zombies back to the old days, kind of, with a few things missing. And then we were shown Liberty Falls at COD Next, which just looked like Cold War 2.0 and a bunch of things that we didn't want to see in zombies again. One of the main things that people have been complaining about is how zombies is pretty much now an extension of Warzone. We have the same mechanics shared between the two modes. Armor, the loadout system, and a bunch of other things. Features and mechanics that have existed since Cold War, they carried on through to Vanguard Zombies and then Modern Warfare 3, and are now continuing in Black Ops 6 Zombies. I actually think from the gameplay that we saw with Terminus, because the HUD was turned off, because all of the gameplay was pre-recorded, that was footage that was recorded by Treyarch employees and then given to YouTubers to put out on their own channels, whereas all of the gameplay that we've seen for Liberty Falls was live. There was nothing that Treyarch could cut out, so maybe that's one of the reasons why Terminus looked a lot better. But still, even with that, one of the most requested changes that people were after was for zombies to return back to how it used to work. And what I mean by that is loadouts don't exist. You start off with a pistol and then you have to build your way up. You make your way through the map buying war weapons. Eventually you get to the mystery box where you would spin that multiple times to get the weapon of your choice. You would then upgrade it, eventually get the wonder weapon, and that's how every single game of zombies would be. You would start off weak, it would be difficult for the first few rounds, and then eventually you'd save up enough money to get the weapon that you wanted, if you were lucky enough to get it from the box. But ever since the introduction of loadouts in zombies, you can now start off with the weapon of your choice, which of course is going to be the best weapon in the game. You're not going to choose to start off with the pistol and put yourself at a handicap, especially if you're playing with, I don't know, randoms. If the other 3 people in your game have got the ability to pick their own weapon and start off with, I don't know, a really good shotgun on round 1, why would you choose to start off with a pistol when all of your other teammates have a really good weapon, meaning they can get points and kill the zombies a lot easier than you can? And even solo, it's just not a thing that people do. The introduction of loadouts ruined that part of zombies, being forced to start with a weak weapon and having to build yourself up, adding challenge to the game. And one thing I've always said, and I still think is a problem in BO6, even though Treyarch have tried to fix it, I don't think it'll change anything from any of the gameplay I saw of Terminus or Liberty Falls. YouTubers were still doing the same strategy from Cold War, Vanguard and Modern Warfare 3, which is there is now no need to purchase war weapons. If you can start off with the best weapon in the game, even with the introduction of zombie kits, war weapons are still pretty much useless. That's a feature of the past now, and the mystery box isn't too far behind. Basically, loadouts ruined that challenge of zombies. And so, one thing that everybody's been asking for in BO6 is a classic mode for Treyarch to give us the options. You can either play the new style of zombies, where you start off on round 1 with your loadout, or you can choose to play the classic style of zombies, where you start off with a pistol, and you're gonna have to go and get the best weapon in the game for yourself. And well, according to a leaker over on Twitter or X called BrianCRT_, he said that within the strings of the game over on Steam, he found the words Zombies Standard, Zombies Classic, and Zombie Story. And just to prove this was something Treyarch were trying to keep secret and wasn't something they wanted everyone to see, an hour after this was found, they removed this text from the game. So it does seem like this could be important, but what is Zombie Standard, Classic and Story then? Well, we've been told by Treyarch that there is a Standard and a Director mode. Standard, of course, is just a normal zombies game. Story mode, I think, is just another word for directed mode, which is where the game tells you how to do the Easter egg. You will get steps shown up on your screen, which will tell you how to complete the story. I think that's what Zombie Story is, but the one we haven't heard of before is Zombies Classic. That's the one everyone's questioning. What's that? And well, it may be wishful thinking, it may be delusion, it might be correct, but is Zombies Classic a third option that will allow us to play classic style zombies, where you don't have loadouts and you spawn in with a pistol, and that's it? I'm going to call it Zombies Retro Mode, because that was the style of zombies from World at War II Black Ops 4. Treyarch know this is something the community want. They would have heard all of the feedback from not even Black Ops 6, even Modern Warfare 3, Vanguard and Cold War. This has been a complaint since then. Treyarch would have heard people, so I wouldn't be surprised that Zombies Classic is an option for you to play the old style zombies, where you spawn in with a pistol. It could potentially also include the old style point system, where you get 10 points for every shot. Could Zombies Classic also revert back to a time before weapon rarity? Basically, if Zombies Classic is what we think it is, could it be an option to play old style zombies in BO6, maybe. Now, the only thing I would say to this is, surely Treyarch would have mentioned a mode like this existing at COD Next. It's such a big thing, it would 100% mean more people would pre-order the game, so you would think if this did exist, it'd be something that Treyarch would announce, not keep secret, because they know it's something people want. I'm trying to think what else Zombies Classic could be, because we definitely know what Zombies Standard and Zombies Story is. There's also the chance that this is just nothing, it's code that is being left in the game, because the same leaker also said that Jingle Hells exists in these same strings, and if you've played Cold War, you will know Jingle Hells was a Christmas mode that existed in that game, but it didn't return in any game after that, and because we are still very far away from Christmas, for Jingle Hells to be in the strings just doesn't make sense, which makes me think that is definitely left in string. You can also find Grief in Black Ops 6 as well, but again, Treyarch have told us this year they are only focusing on round-based zombies, which would mean no Outbreak, no other modes such as Grief or Turned, so to see that mode also in the strings is weird. You would assume if it was planned to be in the game, it'd be something that Treyarch would announce, unless it's going to come later on down the line in DLC 1 or 2. If it's in the strings, it more than likely would be for release, but because Treyarch haven't announced anything and they've said they are only focusing on round base, I don't think we're going to be getting Grief this year, which shows us a lot of stuff in Black Ops 6's strings is just leftover coding. And it could also be the same for this Zombies Classic mode. If that is the case, the only game I can think that it would be left over from is Black Ops 4, where we kind of had a hardcore and then a classic mode, which would essentially just change the difficulty. I'm going to be upset if that's it, but that also does bring up the point. Maybe Zombies Standard and Zombies Classic is just a difficulty level thing, so Zombies Standard is the new easier way of playing zombies, and Zombies Classic is a hardcore version, because you've got to admit, even though I haven't played it yet, Black Ops 6 Zombies looks incredibly easy. If it's anything like Cold War, Vanguard and Modern Warfare 3, those games are so much easier to play than Black Ops 4, 3, 2, 1, World at War, just because of all of the new systems, armor, etc. So maybe Zombies Classic takes it back to no armor, no upgrading your perks, the old style quick revive. It just makes it more difficult. I really don't know. I don't want to believe that all of this is wishful thinking, because this is something that everybody wants. I can't see it being that difficult for Treyarch to add in the game, and I can't see a reason why they shouldn't or wouldn't do it. It's not going to harm anything. Just give people the option to either play the old style and then give people who want it to play the new style as well. That can't be too difficult for them to do, and it would only be a welcome addition, giving people more options. It's still such a big issue that hasn't really been rectified since Black Ops Cold War, so this would be a fix. I get maybe Treyarch just want to stick with it and think by the end of Black Ops 6 everyone is just going to fall in love with this new style of playing, making zombies feel more like multiplayer in Warzone, but I don't think that's going to happen. We've had this new style zombies now for 3 games, this will be the 4th. Surely they've realised that maybe they should give people the option to play the old way as well, while sticking with the new one for the people who also like this. There was also a new tweet from another big leaker called Hey I'm Alex, who said, I may have a cool leak for zombies players, it seems like something is coming called Hardcore Quest. And when I saw this I thought, isn't that just standard mode? Because the opposite would be the director mode, which is where the game tells you how to do the quest, so Hardcore Quest would be where the game doesn't tell you how to do the quest, which is standard zombies. It could be something different and new, but I'm not convinced on that one. And the final tweet that he put out that I want to show you was where he said there is a side quest in Terminus to get the wonder weapon. I think we could have guessed that anyway. Besides from just getting it from the box, it's normal in zombies to also do a small side Easter egg as another way to obtain the wonder weapon. But yeah, there we go. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I really hope this is something we get. We'll just have to wait and see. Maybe I'm not thinking straight. Drop a like rating if you've enjoyed. Make sure you are subscribed to stay up to date with the latest content on the channel. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Until then, goodbye.